Casper.
Sorry.
Our town in our region's been cooking up a right royal feast today in honour of a very special visitor. The people of Cleckheaton rolled out the red carpet for His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, who was a guest of honour at the Aakash Restaurant, which it's claimed is the biggest Indian restaurant in the world. The Duke, who received a warm welcome from local school children, tucked into a variety of spicy foods before unveiling a plaque which was there to commemorate his visit.
We wanted to recognise everything that Mr Tabassum had done here. And it's a great asset to our town, both architecturally and, of course, food-wise. And we were just delighted that one of the royal family, a member of the royal family, would break from his busy schedule to come and see us here. It's super for the whole town, everybody, the whole community.
Last year, restoration featured 30 buildings in danger. Thousands of people campaigned for them. Millions of people voted for the chance to save just one. The result came live from the Tower of London.
And I can announce that with 282,018 votes, the winner of restoration is Victoria Bond.
Restoration is back.
Hello. Now, later on this summer, I'm going to be taking a sort of nationwide tour of our threatened architectural heritage. It'll be fun. We're going to examine 21 buildings. They're all dilapidated, broken down, ruinous, in urgent need of repair and at risk. And they're all utterly, utterly fascinating. As before, we have the means to save one of them. Which one it'll be is entirely up to you. Welcome to the launch of the second series of Restoration.
Time for our next success story. A church which has already gone through that process of discovering a new life. The Providence Place Congregational Chapel in Cleckheaton, West Yorkshire. Built in 1859, this listed building was a crumbling ruin until it was saved. Born again as Britain's biggest curry house. Former congregation members Bessie Wright and Ruth Catton are on a sentimental journey.
Here was where the minister used to meet. Yes.
Do you remember we had to get down on our knees?
I know. Wow. Isn't this absolutely super, Bessie?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Could nearly have a dance in here, couldn't
Yeah,
you?
there's one thing, you'll be enthroned, won't you? It was the minister's vestry, and by rights we shouldn't go in because the minister might be, you know, offering a prayer or something like that. I wonder if the gents' toilets are as nice as these.
I don't know. I don't think there'll be any men about, do
I
you?
don't care if there are. Wow. I say this is as nice as a lady's, isn't
Oh,
it?
yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look how clean it is.
I know. Piano there.
Piano there, and then we had a big cupboard over there where we kept all the choir books.
I never thought it'd turn out as a gents' toilet, though,
No,
did you?
I didn't.
You don't do that, do you?
No, you don't.
Oh, spotless.
Yes.
For a century, Providence Place was more than a house of worship. It was the hub of an entire community, hosting everything from the Christmas panto to the Harvest Festival. As former Sunday school teacher Ted Carter remembers.
I taught in Sunday school for 50 years. I sang in the choir, and this church was our life. And it's so gratifying to see it looking something like it used to look like when I was a little boy.
I used to be a Sunday school teacher in this room.
And we had a lot of children, didn't we, Bessie?
They all used to call me Auntie Bessie, and I feel so proud now when I'm in Cleckheaton and they go, "Hello, Auntie Bessie."
Yes.
You know, men now are to 60.
Yes.
By the 1990s, however, the congregation was almost down to single figures and the building was a wreck. Until Mohammad Tabassum turned up. Mr. Tabassum, a minicab operator, was looking for somewhere different to open a restaurant.
It was not in a good state. It was in a really bad state, but I could tell by structure that this is ideal. So I said, why not? So I decided to buy it.
But how would such a radical rethink of the building be received? Even his chosen architect had his doubts.
When he first landed on my desk, I thought, this gentleman is totally insane because he's going to have to spend a great deal of money and he's going to have a great deal of battles on his hand because this is a listed building.
But the local people, they had more faith.
Gosh, isn't it beautiful, Ruth?
It is. Where was your family pew,
Our family
Bessie?
pew. Our family pew was over there, the right pew.
The right pew.
And anybody else that sat in that pew, they used to be in trouble because we used to pay rent. So that's
for that
pure rent.
yes.
And that's how they got quite a lot of their income. They can't take happy memories away. And by God, we had some happy times here. People say to me, do you mind? You know that they've made it into an Asian restaurant? No.
No.
Bet they're a carpet warehouse, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Before Mr. Tabassum could start building, there was preparation work to do, plus a whole string of permissions from planning officials and heritage experts. It wasn't an easy task.
So if one agreed, next day I got a letter that other one they didn't agree. English heritage, local council, environment people. So yes, there was a time where I said that I thought it will never happen.
Architect Paul Phelps had little experience of old churches, but he had designed nightclubs, and that was enough.
You add a few lighting effects. You have a touch of glamour, a little bit of polished brass, pretty chandeliers, pretty lights. You pick your furniture carefully, so nothing grates, nothing is harsh, nothing is going to upset anyone.
The final bill for Mr. Tabassum was £1.8 million, but the restaurant's a huge success.
Do you realise, Ruth,
What's that?
just over Ted's head,
Yeah.
that's where you stood to say, I do, I will.
And I never regretted it.
No. Who'd have thought, Ruth? 32, how many years on?
32.
Would you be sitting here and having an Indian curry?
No way, no, but it's very nice. I'm not grumbling.
The chapel, even in its new guise, is still a place of prayer. It has a dedicated room in the basement where Muslim members of staff perform their daily ritual. While upstairs, the focus is on more earthly things.
I've never had an onion bhaji this shape.
No,
But the Kashmir, they're always round.
yeah.
In the whole of the cast, sort of 17 when I did it. I was really the baby of the bunch, cast and crew, and so everyone was great. It was really nice, but I mean, leaving was a bit like leaving your family once I'd finished filming.
Well, I bet. Now, you missed the premiere, didn't you? Because you're in Edinburgh at the moment, appearing in Oliver.
Yeah, we're performing Oliver at the moment at James Gillespie's High School for the whole of this week, and as such, I couldn't go to the premiere, which was on Wednesday night, so sent my brother instead.
Oh, right.
His 21st birthday present, him and his best mate.
Oh, that was nice of you. Well, anyway, the film opens on Friday. Everybody else will be able to see it, and I'm sure it'll be a great success. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Quite fancy that. I like Steve Coogan. Well, after a film, what better than a curry? And the biggest curry house in the world could be in our region. Forget the curry capital, Bradford. This jewel in the crown is just down the road in Cleckheaton. It seats 860 people, which could put it in the Guinness Book of Records. And Calendar's Faye Barker went for a taster.
Welcome to what could well be the biggest Indian restaurant in the world. After 2 years of hard work and a whopping £1.7 million, what used to be a rundown chapel is now heaven on earth for curry fans. The Aakash Restaurant can host 860 people. The owners are now waiting to hear if that's enough to earn them a place in the record books.
It's a great feeling that something I started, knowing that I will be the largest in Bradford, and then came into my notice that, oh, we are the largest in Europe. I know it's the largest in the world. Yeah, it's a great feeling. Yeah.
Inside, many of the chapel's original features have been preserved, but it's the kormas and tikka masalas that could be putting the town of Cleckheaton into the history books.
We'd like Cleckheaton to be known for in the Guinness Book of Records and for all good things. We've done many good things in the past, and this is just an extra one for us, but it's going to take us in the next few years forward, and we'll support him every way we can.
It'll be a few weeks before an announcement is made on whether this really is the world's biggest Indian restaurant, but whatever the result, the owners have certainly cooked up something to be proud of.
Certainly. You've actually been, haven't you?
I have, yeah. It is very impressive.
The building is fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
Curries to match?
Yeah, very good indeed.
Right, I'll have to put that one in the date as well. Thank you.
Well, now on to cricket, and Yorkshire are chasing a second championship victory of the season over Lancashire in the Roses match at Old Trafford.
you opened the biggest restaurant in the world?
Well, Indian food is getting popular every day, so I thought that if I was going to open a restaurant, then I will do something different than whatever is available at the moment. So to do that, I had to look for a bigger place and altogether different atmosphere, looking for middle class to upper class things which you can't find in this area, immediate area of Bradford. So that was main thing.
What's so special, do you think, about this restaurant?
Well, first of all, this building is very special. This building has its own history. It was built 1857, and it's as I am aware of, it's a very famous building in this region. And another thing was very near to the place where I started my business career in 1966. I have some personal attachment with this area, so people were very kind and helpful when I started my business, so I thought I'd do something near them. Other than that, we are very close to motorways links, M606, M62, is center of West Yorkshire. So there are few other reasons that I thought this is the suitable place.
And why here in Cleckheaton? Why here?
Yeah, as I explained before, that I have a personal attachment with this area, and people are very cooperative, as I has my experience in past. It's so near the motorway links. All those things made me decide to come here.
Was that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. You've got such a huge restaurant here. Do you ever worry that you won't be able to fill it?
No, it's not only the restaurant. We provide a lot of other services as well. Like from each Friday and Saturday, we have wine and dine party in function room. We can provide facilities for weddings, parties, social functions, private parties, etc. So it's a huge building which enables me to offer all sorts of services. I have a civil marriage license, public entertainment license. We can have a concert here. We can have whatever you want, I will provide you. So.
Yes?
Thanks, great.
It's a while tracking mono of general restaurant atmosphere.